Hello, I'm Dumag Grobonk, best and prettiest smith in town. I know the secret art of forging amber. Here, take this list. It explains what I need. Amber is a resin found in root system tunnels and on gnarls. When treated properly, it is especially suited to lightweight weapons and armor. I alone know the ancient art of forging amber. I can even craft you magical items. Before my master passed on, she hid countless matrices in the world, there to soak up the magical essence of our world. As my master has done, so will I, before I pass on. Find me one of these matrices and enough amber, and I will craft you a magical item. Tilsa Erelith has quite a collection of things for sale at Common Treasures. Always a good idea to protect yourself. I can help with that. Bye.
Speak quickly, mortal. Hello.
I'm Ingvar the Wanderer, although most people now call me Ingvar Doomsayer. It's true, the world is about to be destroyed. Some people are frightened by this, or they despair, or even try to deny the truth of what I say. But my message is actually one of comfort. The world is ending, and we can't do anything about it. Once you accept that, you'll be at peace, like me. Heretics are misguided worshippers of Arden Sul. Find comfort in your powerlessness.
Why die for a false god?
I bid you greetings and cheer with the grace of a noble stallion. You seem to be of fine temper and wit, says the poet known as Hallion. It sounds like the Knights of the Nine are on a real crusade. They're collecting holy relics for something. See you.
It's good to meet you. The name's Pike, and I welcome you to my humble home. Please, make yourself comfortable. Since you're here, I was wondering, do you think you could assist me? I'm having a bit of a crisis. Well, this is a bit embarrassing, so forgive me. I was a Knight of the Thorn from Cyrodiil. As soon as I heard the gates to the Shivering Isles opened, I knew a threat was lurking inside. I made my way here and began exploring this strange place. As I was passing Fetid Grove, I was waylaid. Some dastardly Grummites stole my most prized possession, my medallion that signified my membership in the Knights. Yes, I admit that being a Knight of the Thorn no longer holds any interest for me. I've found a new kind of comforting inner peace here away from the chaos of Cyrodiil. I'm tired of the battles and the politics. And most importantly, I've met the woman of my dreams. If I had to leave Zoe, I think I'd be the loneliest man alive. So you see, everything I want is right here in this beautiful place. Even though I never intend to be a knight again, that medallion represents an important part of my past. It's the only piece of my history that validates who I am. Anyway, enough of my banter. So will you please help me get back my medallion? Fantastic! I will mark Fetid Grove on your map. Good luck to you, friend. Yes, we are based out of Cheydinhal. Our leader, Farwell Indaris, is the son of the Count of Cheydinhal, Andal Indaris. As Farwell is fond of saying, we strike fast and true as lightning. He tends to overstate things a bit, but he means well. If you're ever in Cheydinhal, be sure and look us up. We have a lodge just outside the city gates. I hope you're back with some good news. I could certainly use it. Turns out that the shield of the Crusader had been locked away all this time, kept safe by the people who originally found it. Be cautious, my friend.
If you could help Pike, I think you'd make him very happy. I've grown quite fond of him and can't stand seeing him this way. I'm still working up the nerve to paint his portrait, but I'd rather do it when he's back to his happier self. If you see a shambles dying, stand back. They'll take you with them. See you later.
Who am I? How about a failure, a fraud, an utter sham? I'm a poet without merit, a slave to my own stupidity, and will likely ruin your day. Just when I look forward to company, they activate the resonator. Tall trees falling is so alone. See you.
Kneel before the saints. For the Mad God, Eta Oriole. Speak quickly. Go. Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Cylarne. My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazalkana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armaz, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us. This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Cylarne. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Maskin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Maskin, I will be honored to kindle the Flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath. The treacherous ones, the dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud. The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the altar of despair from the Maskin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath. The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Maskin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Maskin out of Cylarne once and for all? Ah. Miryl's beloved surprise attack. A perfect example of why males do not hold command positions. He has failed to consider the risks of his plan. If the Maskin had prepared an ambush along that route, we would be slaughtered. We're better off storming the main passage, where our superior strength and blade work can come into play. Go.
Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Maskin out of Cylarne? Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylarne, which is controlled by the Maskin. The Maskin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it. It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair, within the shrine itself. I'm sure that Armazalkana will be glad to help you once the Maskin are driven from the altar of despair. She commands the Orioles here at Cylarne. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Relok to end this stalemate once and for all. Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. That's what we call ourselves, the most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath. My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armasul Cannon wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Mazkin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Kenna would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. She thinks the Underdeep is a trap. It's true. If the Mazkin knew we were coming that way, we wouldn't stand a chance. But I'm convinced the Mazkin don't expect us to come that way. If we attacked in full force, we could take the Altar of Despair before they had a chance to react. If only I could make Kanna see that. Go.
The Mazkin are unworthy to guard the Altar of Despair.
What is it, emissary? The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Ariels in their complacency, but that will soon change. Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints. One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Ariels hold rapture for now. You should speak to the daedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Cylarne of the arrogant Ariels once and for all. You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Mazkin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants. She is the Gorkedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Cylarne. She has never yet been defeated by the Ariels, despite their strength. Walk with our lord. What is your business here? Then I am at your service. The daedric Ulfri commands here. You will wish to speak to her at once, no doubt. We hold the Altar of Despair, here within the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal. For Sheogorath's glory. Hail. Begone, mortal, or you will soon find yourself between the Mazkin and their prey. A most dangerous place to be. Then you have arrived just in time to help us defend the Altar of Despair. Once the strength of the Ariels is shattered, I will be honored to light the flame as my lord Sheogorath commands. The two altars, Blessed Despair and Holy Rapture, feed the great flame of Agnon above us. Only Sheogorath's immortal servants can kindle the altars, and I am at my lord's command. But I only hold despair for the moment. The Ariels hold rapture and are massing to attack us. But never fear, they are no match for us. Once their main force is destroyed, with your help, we can easily take rapture from the few survivors. Then I will gladly kindle the flame for you. Only the immortal servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars of despair and rapture, which in turn feed the holy flame of Agnon. Once the Orioles are routed from the Altar of Rapture, I will be most pleased to command my soldiers to light the flame for Sheogorath's glory. We are expecting the Orioles to attack any moment. They'll come down the main passage from the Altar of Rapture. They always do. They are overconfident as usual. We have prepared many traps and ambushes. It will be a glorious slaughter. Once the Orioles are destroyed, I will light the Flame of Agnon for you. Will you help us defend the Altar of Despair? As you wish, but I advise you to join the winning side if you really want the flame relit. The Orioles will never drive us from Cylarne. The Orioles will soon pay for their arrogance. Hail. The Altar of Rapture will be ours.
Greetings, emissary. We await your command. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take control of the Altar of Despair? I've already made my decision. We attack down the main passage. What makes you think you can persuade me when my own lieutenant cannot? You've seen this with your own eyes? I must be sure it isn't a trap if I'm to take such a risk. Nyril was very convincing as well. Very well, we'll risk it. The Underdeep it is. May Sheogorath's divine madness possess us today. Orioles, we attack through the Underdeep. The Mazkin will be destroyed before they awake to their danger. Follow me. Down with the Mazkin!
Beware! Mazkin! For Sheogorath!
For Sheogorath! That god! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath!
For the mad god!
Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! Before the
mad god!
Kneel before the saints! For the mad god!
Mazkin!
Eta Oriole! Kneel before the saints! For the mad god! Kneel before the saints! Kneel before the saints! For Sheogorath! The Altar of Despair is ours, but the battle is not over yet. Defensive positions.
The enemy is upon us!
For the Mad God! For the Mad God! For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints! For Sheogorath! Oriole! Eta Oriole! Kneel before the saints! For Sheogorath!
Mazkin!
Kneel before the saints!
Mazkin!
For Sheogorath!
God!
For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! Kneel before the saints! Kneel before the saints! Eta Oriole! Eta Oriole! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath! Eta Oriole! Victory is ours. I have already selected a candidate for the honor of kindling the altar of rapture. I will now claim the honor of victory for myself, here on the altar of despair. The altars can only be kindled by the willing sacrifice of a Mazkin or an Oriel. It is my great honor to release my soul to oblivion in service to Lord Sheogorath. Farewell. I will not walk these lands for many a year. Go. Speak quickly. Go.
We must... You've brought it! The holy flame of Agnon, the fire of inspiration and rapture! If you light the great torch on the mania side of the Cylarne, you will be a hero to the people of bliss, I assure you. Do not think about it. Dream about it. Let your mind soar on flights of fancy. I know you will choose well in the end.
Ah, you burn with the purging fire of Agnon, the flame of truth, the flickering beacon of hope in the gloom of despond. Come, light the great torch for dementia. Illuminate the conspiracies, deepen the shadows. The people of Crucible await their hero. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Don't believe their lies. They are no true friends. Don't you see it? How they whisper behind your back. No, light the torch for dementia, and you'll see how we treat our friends. Dementia takes care of its own. Few know that the hero who lights the torch for dementia is granted the Ring of Intrigue, a boon for those who would gain access to hidden knowledge. Surely you will do what is right, won't you? Yes, let your mind worry at the problem. Let fear and dismay over making the wrong choice sink their talons deep into your brain.
So, you've decided to light the torch for mania? I knew I saw the glint of true mania in your eyes, my child. Go now, and let the holy flame inspire the people of bliss to new heights of madness. Greetings.
You can find some good deals at Things Found. Majazda has an interesting collection.
There's no reason to shop in that dump.